We've had a really exciting period in the life of soul surfers. For the last year or so, our Facebook group, Christian Surfers Scotland, has grown to about 60 members from the Scottish borders right up to the Shetland Islands. Many of those people feel quite isolated, so an online community is helpful. More tangibly, perhaps, in Edinburgh, we've got about 12 people coming around our house every week, sharing a meal, opening up the Bible. And the thing that's really interesting about that is there's people who belong to different churches and many who don't belong to a church at all, but who found a sense of community and belonging, and deep friendships have been developed. Over the last 3 years, we've been working with the Scottish Bible Society. We've had access to their classic VW camper van, which operates as a mobile sacred space. Last summer, they offered us the chance to buy that. The very week that we took the keys for the camper van, we were approached by Scripture Union about the possibility of helping them design and facilitate a surf camp, and the booking is now open for the first week of the summer holidays for 20 secondary school kids. So those are the highlights, but I think every bit as exciting are the everyday stories where we've seen people come to faith, people's faith become reignited, all of our faith actually be challenged by just being in this community.
We've been really enjoying in Portobello meeting some of our neighbours and people in the local area. And one of the things that we've tried to do as we're building relationships is to let people know really naturally that we're Christians, but also let them know that we're praying for them, and if there's anything specific that they would like prayer for, that we would offer to do that. My next door neighbour was pregnant and her husband had to go away and travel. He was actually going to be in Japan around her due date, and she was really anxious that the baby was going to come and he wasn't going to be back home. So Dan and I and our son Yayan, we started praying regularly that she would actually go overdue and that he would be back. And we just let her know a few times that we were really praying for her and just praying that she'd have peace and that her husband would be back. And God stepped in and answered, and he was. And we've just also been offering people lots of practical support. Had another neighbour whose boiler broke, and I got some of the neighbours together and we gathered up some heaters and helped her to heat her house, and we had them over for a meal at ours. And out of that, she's asked me lots about prayer and about my relationship with God, and it's just really opened up that friendship. So those are just some of the things that have been happening. There are lots of other stories as well, but we're just really, really enjoying the process of meeting people, making friends, looking for the people of peace, and sharing our story with them.
In Centurion recently, we've seen massive answers to prayer. We've seen answers to prayer for the guys who've been away in Afghanistan on operations for their protection, but also we were praying for most of last year for access into one of the local barracks. And we've seen a huge answer to prayer there. With the support of the commanding officer and the padre, we've been able to host alpha courses in the barracks on a Tuesday night. It's really encouraged us to feel that we're able to do that again wherever we might have to do it. We're also able to have a central band and singers along at the battalion carol service, where they went down a treat, and it was a really good night with over 400 guys in the gym singing out to their heart's content. We just give thanks for all these answers to prayer, and we just pray for what God will have in store for us this year.
In Square Holes over the last year, there have been a number of things that have been really great. One was Lorraine's baptism on Easter Sunday, and later Alex, a friend of ours, became a church member. It's been wonderful to see Ryan's friendship with Lindsay flourishing after she helped him on a wheelchair training course, and seeing him make other friends in Central and later get baptised. And he's helping with sound at our Square Holes Cayleys now. We've got Richard and Mary serving faithfully as a link between Square Holes and the Prospects group locally. And we've been hugely encouraged by some of the feedback we've had from carers and relatives, some of whom invite us to pray for things that concern them. So a bit of a roller coaster, but I'm glad I'm on it.